Hi, Internet. There's a thing that comes up regularly as a psychotherapist, and it troubles me. I find it uncomfortable and difficult, and it's disorder. It can be a dramatic thing. It can be a kind of revelatory thing, an epiphany. I think I might have ADHD. All of this stuff is rooted in the idea of wrongness, disorder, a bad thing, something you're doing wrong, something you should be doing better, something you can't do. Focusing, concentrating. As a psychotherapist, your job is to be compassionate, to accept that this might be a really big deal for this client, that they've found something that speaks to them, that resonates. Someone's presented it in a way on a podcast, in a book, someone with lots of followers, some sense of authority. Maybe it's like, yeah, I do that. Oh yeah, I do that as well. I do that too. Or maybe it's fine.
Okay, hello. Slightly awkward insert here. There's this manual, the DSM, which means the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, and it was first published by the American Psychiatric Association in 1952 to standardize psychiatric terminology and streamline diagnoses. Here's the thing, it recorded homosexuality as a mental illness or disorder in 1973, but not a mental illness in 1974. So another thing which is really important to say about diagnosis and disorder is that ideas around them, mental illness, disorder, they're fluid, they're cultural, they're very timely, of a time, and they've got lots of different influences. So technology, the fact that kids, babies, infants are very routinely thrown mobile phones and tablets to keep them occupied these days. That didn't happen quite recently, a few decades ago, and it's probably significant. Also technology, which is a bit of a hobby horse of mine sometimes. Your dad, your granddad's probably addicted to it. We're all sort of a little bit addicted to it. And it's really hard. It's kind of really broad. It's been made into this magical thing which allows us not to be present and to imagine that we're doing something useful and productive when oftentimes we're not. And that's part of disorder too, I think, maybe, sometimes. Other influences are pharmaceutical, commercial, makes a lot of profit, lots of money to be had around this. Probably a factor too in the normalisation and acceptance of disorder and various different disorders.
This idea of there being a right way and a wrong way to do things, this really easy binary, is often, I think, troublesome and difficult because there are loads of ways to get to B from A. There's not necessarily a right way and a wrong way. There's just loads of different ways. And some of them are confused and confusing and contradictory and messy, and they don't make much sense maybe. But you can still get there. It just might take you a bit longer, and maybe you'll make some mistakes and learn some lessons. And that's your way of doing things for now.